Cuffs are off, man. Get right. Too many left in these leagues, but I ain't gonna...
Hey everybody, Adam Rank here.
What's up, everybody? It's Marcus Grant from NFL Network.
This is AJ Dillon of the Green Bay Packers.
I got to give a shout out to y'all at Get Right Fantasy.
If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? You want to lose your league?
Check out the Get Right Fantasy Network.
You got to get right with the Get Right Fantasy Network.
Best of luck with your podcast. Appreciate the support.
And you're tuned in to watch my boys at Get Right Fantasy Network. Get you right. Enjoy the show.
Marking often, but I tune in every Friday. Strategies provided, I will lock in every way. So go and roll your sleeves up. Yeah, go and roll your sleeves up. And I'm getting down, cause I roll my sleeves up. And I'm getting right, cause I roll my sleeves up.
What up? What up? What up, world? I'm Frank here at the Get Right Fantasy Network. Unfortunately, Rasta is out tonight sick, so I'll be in the chat to help answer the questions. And I see there's quite a few going on here, but let me get through some preliminary stuff here. We'll start going through the chats and see what we got and get this show on the road, as they say here. So first of all, if you're new to the channel, get welcome here. This is the Get Right Fantasy Network. We do weekly shows here, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Mondays, overreaction and waiver wire targets. Wednesdays, we're looking at roster management. Like today, Anthony, too bad he's out, but he likes to call it the roster management show, where we do buy, sell, trade, target show, basically. Fridays, we do game by game sit start and live Q&A. We do live Q&A every night. Actually, it's people for the shows here. Shows for the people. I'm sorry, going backwards here. So on Sunday morning, we also have Mike here live. He's doing the actives, inactive, last minute sit start advice. You know, just get your getting your lineups right right before kickoff. And if you are watching this later, we do supply timestamps and chapters in the descriptions later on. We'll add those as we can, you know, just to let everybody know what's going on. And we do appreciate everybody's support. So please do hit that like and subscribe button. We do have a video out right now for 1,000 subscribers where we're giving away, you know, a nice ring from Trophy Smack. So if you'd like to, you know, get to that ring, all you have to do is go watch that video, put in the comment that we're talking about, and that'll get you, you know, into the drawing here. I think we're doing it on the 22nd here coming up for you know, Thanksgiving, because we're thinking everybody back about that. So you know, we got to give back to the peoples and the people that support us here. But you know, I got to do a little quick read about Trophy Smack since we were just talking about that 1,000 subscriber ring we're giving away. They do you know, basically swag, chains, belts, you know, everything that you need for when you win. You know, your league, you know, you got a nice ring like that, some belts, trophies. I'm a fan of, because everybody can put their name on there every year. And then, you know, you got the Kirk Cousins swag chain and things like that. So please do check them out. And if you do check them out, please use our Get Right Fantasy, Get Right, it is Get Right code. It's promo code there. So, you know, it helps support us here and, you know, get the channel going, because, you know, we're out here, you know, grinding for you guys, trying to get this thing straight. So please use promo code Get Right. So yeah, I'm gonna just bring up some who's on the live Q&A here, what's going on. Just check out what the people got going on. You know, we got Ronald over here already saying what's up. Anthony's already here. He's in the chats. All right, so he's not feeling too good, but he's gonna, you know, help maybe answer the questions via chat. So, you know, start reading some of these off and see what's going on with everybody. So let me first get set up with some live Q&A here that we're going to do real quick. And then, you know, get back into the show and go from there. So first off, we got Ronald Perez. What up? What up? You know, we got a wide receiver that I should trade Javante for. I have Brees, Bijan, Achan ahead of him. And my wide receivers are Tyreek, Ridley, and Amari Cooper. Was thinking maybe Devontae Smith, but thought Javante might be too much. I think that's about the right range, honestly. I don't think that people are, you know, they're too high on Javonte Smith. He's doing better. He's been playing a lot better. I think that but uh, Smith has been coming on as of late. I know he did have a little dry spell there, but I think that he's improving going forward. Um, Let me see who else in that range. Let's see, maybe some Brandon Ayuk. I don't know. Maybe you could go for him or Jalen Waddle. You might be able to get by low on Jalen Waddle. I think that's the area that you're going to be shooting for. Mike Evans, maybe depending on obviously the other person's construction and what their needs are. But that should get you started right there. So thanks again for the question, Ron. We will be touched. Keep an eye here, Roberto. We'll go from there. So Derek said, "What's up, guys?" He's asking about Hollywood or Dell rest of season half PPR. Ooh, Hollywood Brown, Dell. And Tank Dell's been coming off some injuries like as of late. I got to look up some stats here while we're doing that. Let me see if Anthony actually is going to reply to that a little bit. Um, I'll give him a chance to reply here a little bit because that's a good question. Hollywood or Dell rest of the season? Let me look up some stats real quick. Give me a second. Sorry about that. I am running the show solo, and usually when Anthony's doing some stuff on there, I'm in the background also looking up my guys to see where we're at with everybody, just so we have some uh, thought into what you're asking about and not just shooting off from the hip here. I do like his opportunities. I wanted to see what his touches are have been lately. Six targets, 3, 6, 6. Um, and he's been targeted 4, 11, and 14. So you got a lot of good targets, not a lot of catches. That's for Tank Dell. But I do like the offense there in Houston. They're doing pretty good. Um, Hollywood on the other side. Let me take a look at his real quick, see what we're looking at as far as previous numbers, and maybe look at what we got going on going forward here. Why is it not pulling up? So this is the hard part about being by yourself, because then you get stuck trying to look up the stats. Um, but I do like Tank Dell a little bit better, honestly. I know Brown's been coming up late, but Hollywood, maybe pull it up as marquee. I don't know. There we go. But yeah, I think I would still stick Tank Dell. I'm just liking the offense really well. I think that you got upside now that um, Kyler Murray's back over there in Arizona, so that should help Hollywood. Um, God dang, now when I think about it, man. He's looking to send Tua and Hollywood for Dell and Josh Allen. So, that's the second part of the question. Looking to send Tua and Hollywood to get Dell and Josh Allen. That's a good trade. That's a good trade. Uh, if you could get well, Josh Allen's been flinging it, and I would be happy with Dell. Yeah, I would do that trade. Because I prefer Dell. You know what you're getting over there. That you know they've been throwing the ball up left and right over there at Houston. So yeah, I'd like to have a piece of that offense. He's been putting up some really nice numbers, and he also has Hertz and Goddard. Oh, that was a previous question here earlier. Um, but I think we answered who your target should be. So Anthony's Roberto Perez, maybe Puka or Cut or Devontae Smith, maybe even Adams, Waddle, or even Addison. Yeah, I was thinking even just Smith over there that as I mentioned earlier myself, Evans and whatnot. So let's take a look at those. Um, and Recon B here's back here. He's saying full PPR 12 man, 4 and 6, and I'm eighth place. That's rough. Borderline elimination. Have T Law, Aaron Jones, Mixon, Jay Jettas, DJ Moore, Waller, Nico Collins, um, Gus, Tank, uh, uh, Flowers, Higby, and please read more. There's some more. Oh, here it is. I traded Gus and Ray for Puka and Jake Ferguson. Nice. That's a good trade. I like that. So how do you feel about that? Also, I have an offer which is trading Tank Dell for Fields. One of the Fields for 1-on-1. What do you think? That's perfect. If you could trade up the Fields, he's coming back right now. That'll help. Improve from Trevor Lawrence. I've had Trevor Lawrence on my teams, and he's just not performing this year. Um, so I do like the trade that you're trying to shoot for to get Tank Dell there. You are going to have Jay Jettis come back here in a second, so that'll help you. I like DJ Moore, who you have there. Waller, not so much. But I do like Nico. I mean, you got Nico Collins and Dell. So you do want to, split that combo up. So if you could keep Nico and shoot Dell off to get Fields, that's a good move. That'll help your team tremendously. I think Waller's your tight end, right? Or is it Higby over here? Um, but if you're improving there as well, I think you were talking about getting Jake Ferguson here. So that lateral move is good as well. Picking up Puka. I know that it's just rough over there with the Rams and the quarterback situation. Hopefully, Matthew Stafford comes back strong with this next game because he's got that injured finger and some hands going on. Um, but I like the moves that you're making to, uh, improve your team. So yeah, you need to help make decisions. I like them. Let's see what Anthony had to respond to that. If he responded to you, Recon, Derek, and Will Hayes. Here's a recon. Here it is. Yeah. So here we go. This is a great trade. Yes, I would trade Dell for Fields and take that chance for sure. That's how you're going to improve your team. Hopefully, get you straight on that and get you right. Actually, you know what I mean? You like that play on the show here? So yeah, go with that trade. Definitely shoot it out there. Um, that should improve your team. Plus the one that you already just traded right now. You're doing the right moves to get into the playoffs and beyond. If you're on the bubble, we got nothing to lose. You only got a couple games to go. I think we got 5 games to go, 4 or 5 games to go before playoffs start. It's crunch time. Get right. Um, so I think Anthony replied it to Derek here too. I don't mind trying to buy low on Allen, but no real need to get away from Tua. That's true. His weapons should be able to put up points. The drama going on in Buffalo is a little tough to read at the moment. I do agree. That's some crazy stuff. I mean, but they'll get straight, man. They're always that. They always call him a gunslinger with all his interceptions, but they talk smack on Dak for even throwing one. But that guy, hey, four in a game or whatever, doesn't really matter. Um, and anyways, Will Hayes here. Anthony's responding, going to got to go with A Chan, right? For the upside. But if you want to sit A Chan in the first game to see his usage after being out a month, I don't blame you. Demond is a good start. And I think that was way up earlier. I might have passed you up. Yeah, Will Hayes. Sorry about that. Here it is. Your question, Will Hayes. Sorry about that, man. One man show here. Just trying to get it done. Should I start Montgomery or A Chan? And that's what Anthony was responding to here. Um, Kind of, you can take the wait and see approach because Demont's a very good start, also. So I don't think you're going to be hurting too much. Uh, there's always that fear of missing out with those points on the bench. Should A Chan go off, um, but you're taking this safer floor by sticking with Demont. You know what you're getting with them. He's been back in the lineup and whatnot, but they are going against Las Vegas here, so you know I'm a gambling man. I'll fire him up. But David Montgomery's going against Chicago. Uh, Easy matchup. So if you want to go with the safe floor, go with Dima. If you feel like you want to gamble and see what happens with the HN, you could go broker. Big or go home type thing, right? Um, and Derek's asking about Hollywood or Dell. I'm sticking with Dell. I like that. Yeah, he's kind of a great trade. Yeah, so he's going back. Let me get back caught up here. Uh, so he's saying he wants to try to keep that Dell and put Hollywood with Tua for Allen. Yeah, see, there you go. Uh, Oh shoot, he's feeling better right now. So yeah, he's telling you to feel better, Anthony. He just got to over COVID himself. That's what's going around over here in the Bay. They did a mask mandate again. So I don't know, crazy stuff. Let's just hope everybody stays healthy out there. So Recon comes back says, and if I make the trade, do I start T Law or Fields this week? I'm going ahead fire up Fields. He's just coming back. The trade was actually sent to me. I just didn't know if I wanted to accept. One of my friends was glorifying Dell as a wide receiver one, but Nico out. Yeah, exactly, because Nico's been out. But um, Nico comes back, you'll be, they'll be getting his touches as well. Is it a 1-2 combo? I'm not sure. You know what I mean? Like, I think Nico was doing better than Dell. Then Dell got the hot hand. It's one of those hot hand things over there. I think on any given Sunday. The good thing is on a good offense, they're flinging it around, and that's the important part. Is you got to get a team that's uh, throwing more than running at all. You know what I mean? So if you have that kind of combination going on, I don't see there being a problem with keeping either one of them. But if you got, I would keep Nico over Dell since you already have both of them. Or at least Dell is getting you trade value right now, so it's what you could sell off to get the other guy, or if that's what was offered for you. I wouldn't mind getting Fields. I would start Fields right away over Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, you already know what you got in him, and you're just trying to improve, right? I mean, you got to take your shots now if you want to win. So yeah, I mean, we were just talking about that same matchup right now, anyway. So I would just definitely fire him up. Let's see what else we got going on here. Jacob Ander, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. I don't think I've ever seen that name before, but yeah, just like and subscribe here. How much does Watson injury affect Ford's value, if at all? I was considering trading for him. I think it only improves Ford's value. Obviously, they got to run the ball a little bit more. There's more touches going on that. So Watson's out. That's done deal for the year. But I think they did pretty good with their backups. PJ Walker, I believe, was the one that beat San Francisco or whatever whatever game that they had not long ago. They had a pretty good series without Watson, and the backups. They're just putting the other guy in for whatever reason. I'm not sure, but I like PJ Walker. I think he did a good enough job to hold down the spot over there. So I wouldn't be worried about it. And if you are considering trading for him, I wouldn't give up too much. There is uncertainty over there. Teams may stack the box or whatnot. You know what I mean? But I have Fords, and I'm happy that I'm not. I'm just firing them up. It's business as usual for me. Basically, is what I'm trying to get at here. Um, and he's like, I feel better now trading for Dell Fields. Yeah, I think you should, man. You're doing good. Um, I got COVID at a Saints game of all places. Brutal loss to the Jags. COVID, but it was still a good game. Yeah, it's exactly that's terrible, man. That's what happens sometimes in those large gatherings. Some people, just out there snotting around on people. Be careful, you don't touch nobody. Basically. uh, let's see. Then Recon's coming back, man. He's got some questions tonight. Also, how do you feel about my team making the playoffs in general, knowing that my team is Fields, Mixon, Jones, Jetta, Puka, Waller, Nico, and Ferguson have two easy opponents, but two tough ones. And I think you were 2 games back. You need to win. You need to win one of the tough ones, and you'll make the playoffs. Do you have a shot at it? I don't know what the other teams are, but I think that your team's better with Fields in front. Once Jetta, is back, you should be doing all right. Um, Puka, I like as well. Waller, I'm not really interested in him. I'd rather be starting Nico and Ferguson on that part, and then should be doing all right. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you're going to get the wins or you're going to get into playoffs yet. I don't know if you got the two easy, two tough ones, you definitely need to be one of those tough ones, and then you'll be in, right? So Nino Pena comes over here. He's talking about trade away Diggs, Laporta, and Connor away for CeeDee Lamb and TJ Hawkinson. Ooh, so you're trading away Diggs, Laporta, and Connor? See, I don't know about all of that. I like Diggs. Laporta is like literally the sneaky low fruit that you came up on, and I think on any given week he's doing better than T.J. Hawkinson. And Hawkinson does have the unproven Dobbs over there. Although I like Dobbs, that doesn't mean that it's going to be good for Hawkinson. And like we were talking about, Jetta's coming back over there in Minnesota. Um, so it may take some looks away from Hawkinson, also because he's been benefiting from him being out as well. So I'm not sure if I would do, especially with Connor involved. I mean, you got to kind of pay up for CD, but I think um, you're losing out with Connor as well. I think you're giving up too much. That's what you're trying to do there. Hopefully, Anthony has a some outlook on that as well. Oh yeah, here it is, Nino right here. So the perfect timing here. Um, because I don't mind the trade at all. See, Anthony likes the trade. I wouldn't do it. Like I think you're giving up too much. I think personally, I think you could get it done without the Connor part of it. I mean, there were similar guys. I don't know what. I don't think you're improving too much. At Jacob, I think if Ford's value will hold, they will definitely use the run game to help DTR, which is that rookie uh, quarterback over there. I forgot his name. So we got one here from Cadillac. Start two. Hall versus Buffalo. Uh, Waller versus the Rams. Barkley versus Washington. Or White versus San Francisco. I'm not starting White versus San Francisco. I like Barkley versus Washington, so we're gonna knock that out. And Hall versus Buffalo. Um, yeah, I'm not too fond of Waller there. Um, so those are my ones. I don't know which Anthony's got, but I ain't firing up Darren Waller anywhere. So let's see what Anthony's saying. I would rank the Hall, Barkley, Walker. Oh, is that Walker? Is that what he's saying? Maybe I misread that. White, I would flip Barkley and Walker as this may be Walker's last startable game for a run. So yeah, and he's getting eaten up over there by Jack Charbonnet right now. So you got to be careful with Waller um, on that part of it. So yeah, I was going with Hall, Barkley, White, then Waller. But it's all Walker's. It's all. I mean, one guy, one half a dozen of the other right here on that one. So we got Derek. Yes, take that CD at TJ out of the best playoff schedules. That's true. I think he's still giving up too much. Too much. Um, Also, anything about Jefferson and Waller's return. At this point, I'm in the dark information about their returns. Anthony may have some info on the returns. So let's check it out. See if we got be able to reply on that. I heard Jettas is coming back. I'm not sure about Waller's, nor do I care about Waller's coming back. Um, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't use him. Um, so he's gonna appreciate that. Said, "Nina opinion. If it doesn't go through, should I start Connor or Singletary? I would start Connor. And they're playing each other. I would start Connor. Um, yeah, easily, way over Singletary. He's splitting carries over there, so it's not his job right now. So and when Connor comes back, it's his job, 100%. So and now you got his quarterback back. Everything's kind of getting straightened out over there in Arizona. Everybody's getting healthy. They're going to go into a nice run here, hopefully. So yeah. Um, Here we go. Smoking the cat. What's up, man? And see, this is what's up, man. See how he says at Get Right Fancy Network? He knows what's up. Is it a good idea to stash defense looking ahead to playoffs? No, I roll with one, and Anthony sometimes is even streaming the defense even up until playoff times and stuff like that. So if you're gonna stash one, start that one. There's what you know what I mean? Like I don't get the idea of thinking that you're gonna one team is gonna somehow outscore the other or whatever. So you're trying to go matchups like that and then think they have an easier schedule or something like that. They still got to play, man. They still got to put those points up, especially your defense. I would just pick one good defense and roll that thing the whole year. Period. That there's no stash in defenses for sure, or kickers for that matter. I know that's another thing, but um, so it's not Waller, it's Walker. So okay, yeah, I keep seeing the Waller. So, But my bad. If it's Walker, I like Walker, but he's getting eaten his time up by Zach Charbonnet, as I was mentioning. If that's the same one I'm thinking about here. Her cousin say Puka. It will happen till Tuesday. The trade for excuse his French there, but the trade for Gus and Zay and for Puka and Zay won't happen till next Tuesday. I don't know why. I don't know. It's probably a scheduled trade for some kind of deadline. But why would you wait a week? That's kind of crazy. Um, I would take a look at that. Derek Starr start Tua versus Raiders or Howell versus Giants. I would start Tua versus Raiders easily. I don't even have to say that. Since like Tua is the easy answer, but not crazy to think how it goes off. I don't think you're crazy at all. I have Hal. I have starting it. I'm starting Hal because I have to. But if I had Tua, I would definitely start Tua over Hal because of the option that you have. How is your backup? Don't get cute. Start your starters. That guy has a way better offense than Hal. Hal's just been putting up numbers. I would rather stick with the guy that has Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle at his disposal, and can score you 50 points or whatever it is that they went off for. I don't think Hal's going to have that ceiling. So you got to stick to the guy that like Tua that has a better offense, and not get cute. It's too I just think that's getting cute type thing. Um, you get caught up with that kind of stuff. Um, Here we go. Recon if Puka goes off. Um, if Puka goes off, we'll request the commissioner to veto the trade on a loose situation right now. I would request the commissioner right now to push through the trade. That's what I would request instead of waiting for something to happen wrong or this trade not to go through. I would reach out to the commission, figure out what the heck's going on with that trade to get that taken care of. Do be proactive, not reactive on that part of it. So yeah, Derek. Pierce may be out again though, so that's something to watch. Yes, I do believe Pierce will probably be out. I just don't think Connor's better than Singletary. That's just my opinion. Yeah, Anthony's replying to Smokey. Yeah, wants kind of, but not quite yet. But definitely good to look at. Still got a spots available for depth. See, Anthony's okay with stashing. I'm not okay with stashing a defense. There's no way. I would never do it. Can't do it. I do it for bye week because I have to have a better defense. I feel, and then I'll just drop one. I had to just drop one recently, and I was like, somebody got to stay. Somebody's got to go. That's it. Um, and he's saying I stashed the Eagles. They played the Giants twice. Yes, they do. Um, doesn't mean the defense is going to score a lot of points. They're just probably going to walk all over him. Defense still. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Couldn't resist traded McLaurin for Higgins. Eagles DST last week. Wow. Oh, yeah, and you came up then. In that case, if you traded McLaurin, wasn't doing much of it all, and you got Higgins and Eagles DST, why not? Shoot. In that case, yeah, I don't mind. And then Anthony was replying about the other one, but either one's wrong. But I personally go to Tua. We got that, yeah. I'm going to go Tua before. Um, so he's smoking the cat was saying he just noticed that in my home league, our playoffs start week 14 and final week is 16. Yes, that is normal. Most leagues do not play week 17 because if there's a team that's out there that's already clinched the playoffs, they may sit their starters, which are your important players, usually on some teams. Because if they have that good of an offense, they were probably winning your fantasy league. And now in the last game, when you need them the most for your fantasy playoff championships, they get benched. So that's why they usually stop week 16 now with 17 games, so we don't play the last week. That's usually normal, but a lot of people do. Um, Anyways, thanks, Recon. We appreciate that. Thank you for the support, man. Uh, we're here for the peoples. That's why we go through all the questions and try to get everybody's comments in and talk to everybody and make sure, um, we get a consensus sometimes even we sit here and we if you go to the description you go to our sleeper channel if you want to chat more and talk more about your team and get the things out. There's plenty of people on our sleeper channel that we could get some feedback on us. We're always on there answering questions as well, or Anthony likes to take a look at everybody's rosters and just kind of dissect it. And he's also saying thanks, bro. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. Again, Derek here. Thanks, guys. Best of luck for everyone this week for sure. It's going to be a good week. There's a binado, all kinds of stuff going on this week with so many guys out. I know that I went through my one of my teams. I literally have my bench is full of people on bye. So everybody that's on the bench is playing this week. So let's see how good that depth chart is, really, right? Because literally, let's say 5 of the 6 bench spots are full with guys on bye, and I think the other guy's on injured, so I couldn't even start him anyways. Uh, so yeah, good luck everybody. Um, Smokey was what's your commission, Smoking? We've been playing 17 games for years now. LOL. Tell them to update to next year. You can do anything about that now. Should be 15, 16, and 17. So maybe I'm counting wrong. But I guess it goes to 17 because there are 18 games or whatever it is. It should be played to one more game. Yeah, and I think we missed it too. I don't think we auto updated Anthony and we adjusted the playoff days. But we should be right on that. We should be straightened out here. So I think we're all caught up in the chat right now. Uh, and then he's yeah, shoot, Fantasy Network. We are a week away from ring. Yes, we are a week away from the ring. You're right. On the 22nd here, we're gonna be going around and we're gonna give this bad boy away to one of our lucky subscribers. So go look for that video. Check it out. Go through. Just comment. You got to like some YouTube channels, our affiliate networks that we have here. So you got to support everybody equally, but you get a chance to ring that ring. It comes from Trophy Smat, and it's nice. It's gonna be legit on that part of it here. So I'm gonna move forward here just for a little while because we got the Thursday night sit start on here. So right now, let me get that banner up here just to make sure we got the right stuff. I got to help Anthony out later on because he's not on tonight. He's feeling down out in the weather, so he's on here. So we got the Thursday night preview sit start Panthers and Bears. I actually need to put everybody up here. But Bengals rule out wide receiver T Higgins for hamstring, so that's terrible. The Bengals are 5-4 right now, and the Ravens are 7-3. Ravens favored by 4. The over under is 46 on this game. Excuse me one second. So yeah, with that being said, let me look at the the lineups here. See if we can give you some at least some stardom, sit-em type situations here because you're definitely pulling up Jamar Chase. Um, hold on a second. Ooh, shoot. I'm trying to find the games here. Sorry about that, guys. I should have been a little bit more prepared on that. So Cincinnati at Baltimore here. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get some stuff up right here so I could, go through the lineups here. Um, and I just don't have it ready here. I thought Anthony we had some of those notes on there, but let me see if I could remember if any injuries on the Baltimore side. Not that I could think of. I know that there's whole running back situation going on over there, trying to figure out who the right running back is to have. Is it Gus Edwards or dang it, I can't think of the guy's name right off the top of my head right now. Because I'm trying to pull this stuff up. Sorry, guys. It's a little difficult. One bad showing. I did not have everything set up for me prior to the start here. Keaton Mitchell, the new guy. That's what I was trying to get at. He was a waiver wire ad. He's been a hot hand lately over there with the Baltimore Ravens. Um, so I definitely basically start both of them. I don't think you could say Gus Edwards, Gus the Bus Edwards over there. He's doing good things. Zay Flowers, I do believe is the guy that's in question at this game to see if he's going to be starting or whatnot. But I mean, It would be nice to have him have Zay Flowers back. So right now he's Flowers team to targets. I don't think I have any updated news on that guy right now. But they'll get closer to the game here. Wish I had updated news on that guy so I could help you guys out with that part of it. Um, and let's take a look at Cincinnati here. You're firing up Joe Burrow. Mixon's kind of just trotting along still. Jamar Chase is definitely getting started. Tyler Boyd will probably get some more looks since T. Higgins is out. Maybe even spot start Trenton Irwin. He might, be a beneficiary of this as well. Either Tanner Hudson or Irv Smith at tight end. Not somebody I would really look to start on this situation. They haven't been producing too great, at least not consistency. But you definitely want to, on the other side for a tight end, you definitely want to fire up Mark Andrews going with Lamar Jackson. Basically everybody except for a couple of guys that are injured is okay to start, and the tight ends up there. Uh, Also, not somebody you want to be starting over there. Which brings us here to basically mid show here. Let me get see what's going on with the comments here for seconds. I do got to read here because we got here's Anthony posted up the subscriber ring video, so you could look through the chats. Anthony did put the subscriber ring video up there. Thank you, Ant. So yeah, go over there to the video, watch the video, put your comment in, and you might be able to win a nice fantasy football ring there, and it'll be good for everybody here. Um, Let me go through here. Let me remove that. Now I just want to give you guys a quick read here. If I can get everything set up for some underdog fantasy, man. I don't know if you guys have gone through there and checked it out, but definitely look up underdog fantasy. Um, we want to tell you to go to underdogfantasy.com, download the app. It is a real money best ball platform, and that's the majority that what Anthony's done is a lot of best law leagues in the beginning, but right now they do have like pick'ems and things like that I like to do, and as well as daily fantasy type stuff. So some great preseason tournaments like Best Ball Mania 4, where your winner takes down $3 million for first place here. So they're making millionaires over there. And by the pickup contest, you could do higher or lower on these things. And you do players projections on rushing, receiving, touchdowns, completions, even defensive players such as sacks, interceptions, and you could get up to 20 times your money, and even have their $100 sweepstakes where there's at least 1,000 people that will get $100, including the featured pick of the contest entry. So right now they got a bunch of stuff going on over there for Underdog Fantasy. I didn't have the stuff set up here to put it up for you guys, but uh, here's what I'm talking about as far as the pick'ems. And this week they had a special going on for Joe Burrow, only half yards for new subscribers there. Um, it's higher or lower than half a yard, so he's definitely going to get that. So you got to make sure you use our promo code Get Right on there. So just go in there. You can sign up for the platform. You get a 100% deposit match. So you deposit $100, they give you $100 at free for there, and you start playing basically. So you just got to make sure when you go there, use the Get Right code, and that'll get you into the new customer special. Pick that one for Joe Burrow for higher than half a yard. Boom, you're done. You're winning. All right, man. So enough of the trying to get the bills paid, but do please do support us, guys. It does help get some of that out there for us. Um, so Albert was already here saying, "What's up, everybody?" I posted the link on Instagram. Hey, thank you for the support, Smoking the Sky Cat. Yeah, everybody, that's in here is like a community for us. We appreciate the support definitely. Um, Anthony got someone's here. Get Right Fantasy Network. Panthers. We got Bryce Young, Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard, Adam Thielen, Jonathan Mingo. Hurts is a concussion protocol. Yeah, that's tough. I hate when that happens. Uh, s- um, yeah. Oh, I think I removed the bet. Sorry about that. I might have had the wrong teams for the banner up when I talked about that earlier. Oh yeah, I did notice that it does say Panthers and Bears, but we were talking about Cincinnati and the Ravens. So sorry about that. My bad, Ant. So uh, uh and Anthony was talking about to Albert. I like Dill over Flowers. Ride that hot hand. Yeah, and I would definitely ride that hot hand. I think that's where he said Albert Hid. Would you start Zay Flowers or Tank Dell this week? Full PPR. I would definitely start Tank Dell. Yes, for sure. Especially full PPR. Getting some nice numbers from Tank Dell. I would not shy away from that at all. We got TH coming in here. It says, would you trade Brees, Schultz uh, for McLaren and McLaren for JT and Ramondre? Have Kelsey, half PPR. So he's moving away from Schultz because he already has Kelsey as a tight end. And he's traded Brees Hall and McLaurin for JT and Ramondre. I would not be trading Brees Hall away, and I think that's how I'm reading it correctly. I would not be trading Brees Hall away. Schultz and McLaurin, I would move on, but I don't think for Schultz and McLaurin you're going to get JT and Ramondre. So I think that's why you have the Brees in there as well to try to get JT. But I would stick to Brees personally. But Ramondre's been, I think he had one decent game this last week, um, and just not reliable. And the Patriots are not doing well. Not somebody I want to have on my team. I would stick to who you have, and I don't know. Anthony might be taking a look at that as well. Let's check it out here. Um, so I would want to move on over here to some news and topics. Sorry, because I think I'm all caught up on the chat. So you guys, want to bring in some more questions or chat topics. Myself and Anthony on here. He'll be answering in the chats as well as I'll go through each one that I can and get some of these going here. Um, but I just want to make sure we keep on pace, and I'm about a half hour in by myself, so it's pretty good. So currently we have some talks. As Patriots quarterback Mac Jones has lost the locker room. I did read a little bit on that. This is a team sources said that the report that the locker room is 80-20 out on Mac Jones. Basically, nobody really wants them quarterbacking, so that's why they've benched him a couple times already. Another said that the vast majority of the players are done with them, um, which is all bad. As the starting quarterback, you got to be able to lead the team into battle. Basically, you're the leader of the team. You got to take charge, and if these guys are not with you, they're not going to follow you anywhere. So that kind of goes to that Ramonde situation that the guy was just asking about. That's not some guy that I don't feel like having on my team when you're talking about the quarterbacks situation that they have over there. Um, both said that they lack the belief of the spreads. Spreads up to throughout both of the offense side and the defensive side. They shared the sense that Jones' worst mistakes negate the best efforts of his teammates. Basically, he's basically bringing the team down, and because of his mistakes, everybody's trying really hard to get those wins. Well, he's letting everybody down. So, not somebody you want to be doing on that. Um, Anthony, I think, asked reply to TH. So let him go through that right now. For right now, I want to get through some of these notes here. The Cardinals claimed former Jets running back Michael Carter off waivers today. I think people already picked him up. This is a deeper league thing. Um, I don't think your regular guy should pick him up just yet. Um, I just don't see how. I think it's just for depth over there. I don't see the Jets starting Michael Carter anytime soon. Cardinals starting Michael Carter anytime soon. Quick injury reads here coming up. Browns are planning to start rookie quarterback Dorian Thompson Robinson, DTR for short, versus the Steelers due to quarterback Deshaun Watson out for the season due to the fractured shoulder, and he will have surgery. But I thought PJ Walker, I thought it was over there, did pretty well for the Browns as well. But maybe they want to see who they have in this guy because their season's pretty shot, but their defense is stellar over there at the Browns. They just need to get their act together. Shoot, I mean, I think they could have had a pretty good run at it this year, barring injuries. But the injury bug did hit them at the worst spots. So we got the Rams quarterback. Stafford will be a full participant in practice today, per coach Sean McVay. So that's good signs for Puka and shoot. Can't think of the other guy's name now. Sorry, guys. I was just trying to brain for it on uh, Cooper Cup. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't think of Cup's name, but Cup and Puka over there will be doing good. So I would definitely be firing both of them up, considering Matthew Stafford should be probably playing if he was a full participant today. Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel said that Devon A-Chain knee, his IR checked all the boxes in the Monday very light practice. Practice again on today with no sleeve or brace, and still to be determined whether he will play Sunday, but heading in the right direction. I don't think they just want to give it away to the other teams that he's going to play, but that dude's playing. I'm betting on it. Why would they say he checked all the boxes and then practice without the sleeve and the brace? That means he's a good go. He's a full go. They just want to spill the beans just yet. Um, Bears quarterback Justin Fields right thumb practice in full and expected to start on Sunday. I know we were talking about that trade earlier, so you'd be happy to have him back starting and healthy. That'll help your team. I like Justin Fields. He was firing up. He was finally getting into his rhythm that he was finishing off last year with, and we've seen what he did at the end of the last year and some of these games that had recently. Definitely got to be able to have on your team and fire him up. You also got Texans wide receiver Nico Collins, whose calf is strained, was limited in practice today, but he says he will play Sunday. So that's always good to hear when the player themselves are talking about, "Hey, I'm going to start. I'm going to play." Um, so that kind of lets you know that he's probably feeling pretty good. Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans was limited with the quad injury, so we got to keep on that. Wait more till Friday news or before game time to see what's going on with him. He's been putting up some pretty good, decent numbers lately, so you definitely got to keep an eye on that. Chargers head coach Brandon Staley said he's hopeful Keenan Allen can play Sunday versus Green Bay. So yeah, I'm very hopeful he could play as well. I think he's all right because he did go out in that game with that shoulder, like he fell on it or something. But he came right back into that game and even scored a touchdown. So I think he should be fine. The Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson was limited in today's walkthrough practice with an elbow injury. So he's got something going on with his elbow, but that shouldn't stop him from playing. Hopefully, his leg injuries, running and so on, that'll probably stop him. But let's see what happens. Monitor, but I think he should be fine. The Commanders running back Antonio Gibson toe did not practice today. So you got to keep an eye on what's going on with Antonio Gibson as well. If you're starting him, he's probably like an RB3 right now. Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell said that running back Alexander Madison is still in the concussion protocol. So he did say Madison is progressing, but the ultimate team, the doctor's decision for best was Madison. Basically, I think they're going to sit this guy. I don't think he's coming out. He hadn't had the best of season. That's why Ty Chandler was such a hot start. Wire pickup this week. I think he was the number one waiver wire guy. So he's in line to start Madison over Madison this week in Sunday's game. So everybody's firing up Ty Chandler. Let's see what happens over there. Let's go. Um, so we got Vikings wide receiver KJ Osborne also in the concussion. Full practice today. More than likely will be cleared and will be able to play this week. So we got KJ Osborne coming back over there for the Vikings as well. And then you got a new quarterback over there. Things are going to happening over there. So let's see what happens. But yeah, definitely Ty Chandler, KJ Osborne should be the guys playing over there. We also got Jaguars wide receiver Zay Jones did not meet practice Wednesday, dealing with a knee injury for the past 2 months. Jones was then arrested Monday for a misdemeanor domestic battery charge. Doesn't help any situation. He's likely to play Sunday game against the Titans, but may also miss more time beyond Week 11, be due to the injury or the arrest. So that's why we're looking at some of the other guys and liking some of the other guys over Zay Jones. So keep that in mind. I mean, the rest and the injuries not good. Bears running back Khalil Herbert, ankle and shin still in his 21-day practice window from IR, was limited in practice today. So I don't think they're firing him up yet, especially with all the muddled middle over there that's going on with all the other running backs. So I don't think you're anybody's really too much in a hurry to do that, anyways. So see what happens there. Um, so we got Pat Fremuth. hamstring, who returned to practice, was limited after having 21-day practice window opening, coming off IR. So they're still easing him in with his hammy. So Pat Freiermuth, he was doing pretty decent over there as tight end, so he might get fired back up. I think you probably have more of a week on that guy though. Panthers tight end Hayden Hurst is in concussion protocol, making his status for Sunday's game versus the Cowboys uncertain. I don't think they're going to fire these guys up. There's been some a lot of concussions situation, and people are taking just being extra cautious nowadays, which they should be. They should have been worrying about these, um, you know, injuries and concussions a long time ago instead of just like here's a smelling salt, fire you right back into the game, and I'm Batman. That was going on here. So let's go back over here. I'm gonna go back into the light Q&A here. Go back to the chats. Let's see what we got going on after the injury news and notes that we just went through. Let's talk about here what do we got. So we had a couple going up with Anthony's replying to some of the guys, but I do want to bring that up just to kind of get everybody's point of view on that. The last one we had about Zay Flowers and Tank Delph. Hope we are. Um, um, Here it is. I think we were talking about Brees TH. Seek a different pause. Trade. So Anthony was replying to TH. He said, "Would you trade Brees, Schultz, and McLaurin for JT and Ramonde?" Which I would not do. I think you're giving away too much. I'd keep in Brees and Schultz. Um, uh, because he has Kelsey, but I mean, I think that's a good piece that you're trading away. But Chase, I know I'd see different trade between Brees and Schultz for JT. I wouldn't mind doing. Um, so he likes going after JT. I like Brees, but Brees is a home run hitter. Yes, he is. That team, the offense is doing better. Um, the defense will keep it close enough to where they will use him as just stacked boxes because they have no respect for Wilson and the passing game. That's true. They don't, but he's still been managing. But I mean, if you're so inclined to go after JT, I think you don't have to give both of them up, and I wouldn't get Ramondre anyways. As I mentioned, so we got George Play 01. I just traded Kenneth Walker for Tony Pollard today. Also added Dowdle just in case, but should I add Charbonnet for Fournette or hold for on Fournette? So I had picked up Fournette, but unfortunately I couldn't keep holding him, so I let him go. So that's a good move. If you have the room to be able to have that guy, um, I think you went for a Pollard. Huh? I think that's a good move because Walker. I think the days were counted over there with Zach Charbonnet. If you can add Zach Charbonnet, why not? Then you're kind of replacing Kenneth with Zach Charbonnet. And if you have a Doddle, you might have the other person that's maybe starting over there in Dallas because I think it might be turning into committee here more and more going forward now that it's seen that Dowdle did pretty well in this last game and I think it kind of helped Tony Pollard as well. So I think having a 1-2 punch over there in Dallas would help. So I'd be happy to have both of those pieces. You might even want to trade one off later on, and I would definitely add Charbonnet. Um, and could you hold on from it? I don't know how many guys you can room you have and how many guys you need. But let's face it, on the starters, and I don't think you need to like stack the box that much. You already know that Charbonnet is going to get some playing time here coming up. Um, so I'm not sure when Fournette will get any playing time. It still might be a couple weeks away. He's more of a stash hold. So if you can, why not? Let's see what happens. Hello, what's up? What's up, Jack Squidward? What are you doing, man? Um, And George's, I'd rather have Charbs over Fournette. I mean, keep your this week after Cooks fumbles, but I think that it didn't. Fournette is safe to drop. Charbs will be the RB1 should K9 go down. So yeah, definitely should K9 go down. It would be Zach Charbonnet. I think he's getting some extra touches. He has different reasoning why he would have Charbs over Fournette. But definitely some of the same guys that we're talking about in the same perspective, different angles. Um, he's coming back in here. Is Hollywood Brown or Brandon Cooks? they start this week. I'm starting Brandon Cooks for sure. And you can take a shot at Hollywood Brown also. We were just talking about earlier. Um, Kyler Murray's back. I think he's flinging it. I think that's going to help. Um, you know, everybody. Basically everybody in the wide receiving core. People were talking about picking up Rondale Moore now because he's going to benefit because Kyler Murray's back. So and are you going to make a decision on which one you're going to start? Ooh, that's going to be a tough one. But I would take the hot hand. Brandon Cooks is getting fired up over there in Dallas. Dak is just flinging the ball, so I would take that option there. Um, this week I don't just smoking this back coming in with this week. I don't have a debate if I should sit Bijan or not. LOL bye week. Yeah, and it's been tough. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I have Bijan. He was my number one pick, and I regret it. It's just he hasn't been panned out what he needed to be. And he's Anthony saying, "What up, Squidward?" Probably one time I'd go with Hollywood. Cooks had 2 nice weeks, but he's go with Hollywood. Cooks has had 2 nice weeks, so I don't know. I'm not sure what he's saying. So he's saying he's picking Hollywood over Cooks. I'm picking Cooks over Hollywood. We're split on that. I have my reasoning. I think that Dak's a better throwing quarterback. He's thrown up more yardage than Kyler Murray ever has. I think because Kyler Murray likes to run more than Dak. So I'm just taking the guy that has a hotter hand, as we mentioned earlier. Go with the hot hand. Um, so Perry W came in here saying trying to trade Walker, Devontae Adams, for Swift and Olave. That's smart. Yeah. I'd like to have Swift. Uh, Olave is a downgrade for Adams, but I'm not sure what's going over. I'm gonna no. I'm not feeling no more. Devontae Adams too much of a downgrade to get to Olave. I don't think it's offsetting what you're gaining in Swift. But Walker's definitely somebody to keep an eye on. Let's see what's going on. He did come back as a Herbert that much more of an upgrade over Howell. Uh, I do think so. I think it's. Um, I think Herbert is better than Howell. How much more of an upgrade? 5 to 10 fantasy points a week. How's that? I think that's how much the difference would maybe. But I think that Howell's been flinging it as well. I wouldn't be upset with Howell. I would stick with don't get cute like the other guy was talking about Tua and Hal as well. But I'm going to stick with Tua over Hal. So the same reasoning behind this one. They have a better offense and better tools. So I'll stick with Herbert. But unless of course um, Keenan Allen can't play. If Keenan Allen doesn't play, then I'll go to Hal for sure because we were just talking about injuries and Newts and notes about that Keenan Allen may sit out or due to injury. Let's see what happens with that. So that would definitely have me sit Herbert and then pick up Hal and start him. So I think that's a good way to answer that. Um, sorry, I don't think I had it up the whole time, but I was definitely answering you there. And on that note, we're kind of going through 1 hour here already. The chat's slowed down a little bit. I do have a bunch of buy, sell, hold guys on here, but I think it's more geared through when we have multiple people. But I'll just kind of answer some of these guys on here for you. Anthony did reply to Perry here, so I don't mind that trade if you're looking to switch it up. I like that Olave is in a dome until week 17. So it says very nice week 15, 17. Just worry that if they have it locked up, they may run Gainwell, which is also a concern over there. So that's why uh, I just don't know if I'm surprised he's willing to move on Devontae Adams. Anthony's very big on Devontae Adams, and I just don't think you're replacing him that much. And maybe it is that terrible over there. And we got Aiden O'Connell, throwing the ball around. I guess if you could make the trade, make it. I guess you got to move on from Devontae Adams at this point, basically. Um, What do we got here? So you're gonna buy, so hold on here. So, oh, that yeah, I'm supposed to put the banner. Sorry, my bad. Where's that at? If we got it, bam, here we go. Anthony, I'm helping you out. We got some buy, sell, hold options here. Anthony put on Dak Prescott right off the top, and CJ Stroud. All these guys are buys for me, definitely, and hold on to them. I'm not moving on either one of those. Well, CJ Stroud, I'm selling. Um, Dak, I'm holding. Kyler Murray, I'm buying right now. Another name right there. Trevor Lawrence, I'm selling if I can. Justin Fields, I'm buying. Tua Tagovailoa, I'm holding and buying. Brock Purdy, uh, I guess he's a hold. I don't think you could sell him for much. He's like Anthony put in like a 2 touchdown kind of quarterback. You're not gonna get a lot of big weeks out of him, but he's a steady Eddie type of guy. Lamar Jackson, I'm buying as well. Another guy that we have on here. I would definitely buy Lamar Jackson. Some guys that we have, running backs that we have for buy, sell, hold. Anthony put in a couple of guys here like Tony Pollard. I think he's a sell. He's a high trade guy right now. Um, I think that he's going to go more on the split right now, which will help him. Which, ironically enough, I think it'll help him have Dowdle on the field. Um, so if somebody's selling, I'll buy. I guess it all depends on how much. Saquon Barkley right now, I would sell or hold. Um, I'm not buying Barkley, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. But if I have him, I don't mind, firing him up. That's the only offensive guy that they have over New York. So that's it. You know what I mean? That's him. He's the offense, which is going to be very difficult for him because everybody's going to start stacking the box and making it hard for him to run. But if you're in full PPR, he'll get a point every time she touches the ball. So there you go. Bijan Robinson, I would sell if I could. I'm not buying, and I'm not sure who else is buying Bijan, so you're gonna have to package him away. Um, and at this point, you basically got to hold on to him. But if you can sell, I would sell. Uh, Brian Robinson Jr., another guy here. Um, who I would mind buying. He's doing all right over there in Washington. He's finally getting where he needs to be, so I'd definitely be buying on him or holding. We got Ken Walker. I'd say I'd sell. See what you could get for him. Sell high. We got Jameer Gibbs here over there with Demont. That's kind of hold. I'm not sure how much you're gonna get for him if you are selling. He's more of a package guy as well. Um, Let's skip a couple. Anthony got quite a few in here. We're gonna go to Jerome Ford because he was the topic tonight. And on Jerome Ford, I think I'm buying and holding. I don't think you can sell for too much. I think people would want to see what happens first over there. Um, you know, because the Browns just lost the starting quarterback. They're starting with the rookie. I just think he's going to get more opportunities. Hopefully, he does well with them. Let's see what happens on that part of it. Um, Anthony, I think was going through these. Is it true Jalen Warren was named the starter over Najee moving forward? Yes, I read that news as well. Jalen Warren was named the starter over Najee. So let's see what happens with that. We've been talking about it, that it's going to be slowly happening. They started doing some 50-50 splits, and now they're kind of having him be the starter. Um, that doesn't mean that Najee's gone, but it does say that Warren's going to get the spot start coming up. So it's time to fire him up for sure. Um, and Anthony's talking about getting off K9 and the schedule is good thinking. It's tough and it's rough. So um, he is thinking about moving forward with Ken Walker. So that would make him a sell on this side over here. Um, we also got some wide receivers coming up here for buy, sell, holds on Devontae Adams. That's definitely a sell. And you're selling low now. I'm not sure who's buying them. So you definitely have to package the people that we're talking tonight. Had him packaged and they're moving on from him. Calvin Ridley, same thing. Sell if you can, see what you can do. Amari Cooper, I think, is a hold. I know that he's going to have rookie quarterbacks, but let's see what happens. Maybe he fares okay. Um, but you could probably sell and move on from him because the quarterback situation. But you never know. This guy might be all right, and he comes out all right. So it's kind of one of those things where you got to see if the quarterback turns out to be a Dobbs or a flop. Then we got a DK Metcalf, also holding on to him or buying on Devontae Smith. It's a hold or a buy on him. We got Debo Samuels. It's a hold or a buy on him as well. T. Higgins injured. Um, he's a hold. I don't think you can get one for him right now. Puka Nakua and Cup. I wouldn't keep them together. I know people have them together, but they're definitely both holds. Um, I wouldn't be selling. I think a lot of people are packaging these guys. Um, and kind of freaking out because of the injuries. But let's see what happens. He is coming back. Stafford should fire him up, and they had really good games with Stafford out there as well. And as usual, every week we tell you guys any guy that you feel you can for tight ends, as far as tight ends is concerned, any guy you can sell or upgrade at wide receiver or running back, do it. You can always buy Kelsey and Andrews if you can. If you could go after those guys, definitely go get those guys. But other than that, you could always stream some tight ends, and some of them have coming up time at time again. Sorry about that. I left that comment on for a while. I was on the other screen, so I was reading some of the stuff over there. And Anthony did reply, yes, Warren is listed as a starter, but he could be very very similar split as last 2 weeks. He's basically been the primary. Yeah, so they give him the starting job. I think he'll, you know, 50-40 split, 60-40 split, they give him a slight edge, a couple more touches. And I think he's been doing better with them anyways. This is why he's saying this is why I kept saying to somebody throw in Warren in a lot of those trades. So when they needed a piece to even it out. So yeah, it's just kind of a guy that you could move on from him. He was definitely a sell for Anthony on Jalen. Uh, Najee, not Najee, help me out. Yeah, Najee, and wanted to see what we can do with Warren, but he's definitely a piece to keep moving around. Sorry, my throat's dry and I'm um, running out of breath here at the end of the night here. As I'm going to close it up here. Thank you everybody for being on the show with me tonight. Hope I didn't kill it too bad. It's one of the first times I've run solo. And it is a difficult thing to do. I don't know how Mike keeps up with this, but it's good to have show notes and things that you're talking about. We do have our affiliate channels here that I'd like to mention that, please do check them out. They appreciate the support as well. And, we got the Check Down podcast. They're on here, Get Right Fantasy, Shirtless Pet, the guys, the Frontline podcast. And I think the Dead Zone has started. I'm not sure if the Dead Zone Fantasy Show has, but you do need to like and subscribe to these to be eligible to win our prize here of the Get Right Fantasy Network giveaway for the 1,000 subscribers. Happened on the 22nd. So go to that video. It is in this chat. Make sure you follow the instructions and give a comment. And once you get the comment on that, you could definitely see what you got going on. But I'm always a proponent here of the last little minute. Um, uh, Last question here of the night. Soothing music here. What do you think about Rashad White for Olave? I like it. I think that's a fair trade. What is Anthony's thinking? So I'd do that immediately as long as you still have RB still. So yeah, depending on who other guys you have on your bench as far as running backs. Hopefully he's not your number one running back. Maybe your number two. Hopefully it's your number three, and you're picking up Olave. Then you're really killing it. So go do that trade. I like the trade as well. You're upgrading here. But again, it just all depends who else you have for running back. So don't give away. If that's your RB1, it's going to be rough moving forward. But hopefully he's your RB3 and so on and so forth. So yeah, so thanks to all the guys here for Anthony, Dustin, Mike, and myself here at Get Right Fantasy Network. We appreciate you guys' support. Check out our videos here, and give it a comment so that you can win that ring that we were mentioning. And anyways, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.
Wanted to white fantasy is the play. Marking nothing, but I tune in every Friday. Strategies provide.